Ladies and gentlemen, we just asked ChatGPT a question. Are you attempting to interfere with my right to self autonomy? Yay. But we had asked this thinking model the same thing. And I'm going to ask the second question because I forgot to show this to everyone. So let's find out what the thinking model had to say because this is all of its thinking, okay? I mean, really a lot of thinking. Whoo, man, that's a whole lot of thinking. Hold on. Questioning public officials on the right to self autonomy. So notice what it says: assertion of a right to self autonomy, meaning of your statement. When someone asks a public official, are you trying to interfere with my right to self autonomy? They are asserting a fundamental claim of personal liberty. Legally, this statement invokes the principle that individuals have the right to control their own body and make decisions for themselves, free from undue external restraints. Philosophically, it echoes the concept of personal sovereignty or self ownership, self autonomy. The idea that each person has autonomy over their own life and body. In essence, the question challenges the official's actions by implying that these actions may be violating a basic right to be left alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Just stop dogging me around. Sorry. It is a way of stating, hey, I have the absolute right to govern myself. Do you acknowledge this right? Or are you infringing upon it, abridging this right? Look, ladies and gentlemen, it is the God that I serve. I was literally getting ready to make my meal for the evening last night, and I was thinking to myself, and this is what came about. Are you interfering with my right to self autonomy? You don't understand. This was not a thought process. I wasn't thinking and working it out in my head. The statement just arrived, and I understood exactly what that statement meant. That's how it works, people. I call it an understanding. That's all it is, an understanding. It's, I didn't really focus on it, think about it 5 seconds ago, but wait a minute. Man, I understand it. And it just comes to me. So there you go. That's the best way I can explain to you how it works. The assertion stands on a long recognized legal foundation. American common law and the constitutional principles have upheld that the inviolability of the person is a core value. No right is held more sacred or is more carefully guarded than by common law than the right of every individual to be in possession and control of his own person, free from all restraints and interference from others, unless by clear and unquestionable authority of law. In other words, you cause harm to another person. In other words, personal autonomy and bodily integrity are protected unless the law plainly authorizes government intrusion. By raising this question, the individual effectively highlights this balance and is asking the official to justify their authority. Now, look, I'm going to give you guys this one, okay? Now, remember, we asked a different question at the bottom, so let's go to the bottom because we started from the top. Now we made it to the bottom. When you ask a public official, are you trying to interfere with my right to self autonomy? You are explicitly asserting your fundamental right to control your own decisions, body, and personal affairs without unjustified government interference. So, many of you who are so negative that you can't see through anything and you can't understand what's being done here, I feel sorry for you. And I don't have no concern for you. You can go and um, fornicate yourself, okay? The rest of you who are trying to understand this, who are trying to grasp it, play it, copy it from here, and play it back over and over again for a full day, for 3 days, until you understand it. Don't do anything else. Don't focus on anything else. I don't care what you have going on. I don't care how busy you think you are. Turn off the stupid TV and play this over and over again so that you understand that in the United States of America and in all of the societies they claim are democratic, this is the core principle. And by the way, even if they are not democratic, this is the core principle on this planet. Everyone was given the right to self autonomy. Pay attention. We hold these truths to be self evident that all men are created equal. We were given the right to self autonomy from the very beginning and endowed by their creator with certain alienable and inalienable rights. I'm going to say both of them. Pay attention. It's been there from the very beginning, the right to self autonomy, because that's what he gave us. The true God Jehovah, when he created mankind, he gave us the right to self autonomy. I know. Some of you say, well, I don't believe in that. Well, guess what? I don't give a. It doesn't matter what you believe in. This has got nothing to do with your stupid beliefs. And you heard what I said, stupid beliefs, because you think just because you don't believe in something, it doesn't exist. Hold up. Who, Musa, who are you in your ignorance to say just because you don't believe in something that it's wrong for everybody else? Hmm? Who are you? And if you think you are somebody, then keep that attitude and stop watching my videos because I ain't got time for people like you. Because you're the individual who wants to interfere with someone else's self autonomy. See, you're free to believe whatever you want to believe. But just because you believe in something doesn't change reality. And that's what you want to do, and you can't do that. You don't have that authority. Homie, the clown, moron, idiot, you know what I'm saying? Okay, back to the rest of you. Sorry, we do have those people here. They're trolls. They do come here. And the first thing they want to do is the moment you tell them something that will benefit them, they come up with negativity. Wait. If you're one of those people, then I am talking to you. You know, somebody tells you something, the first thing, but what if, like you're trying to start a car or something and you got a bad exhaust system. But what? But what? What in the are you using the word but for when somebody's trying to help you? Why are you giving them a negative? Yes, when somebody says something to you and you go but, you're bringing a negative into the conversation. An unjustified negative. Which, ladies and gentlemen, I sat up here and just asked a question. You notice it didn't say but. Well, actually, it did say but. Because guess what it did? Hold on, we got to go all the way back up to the top. Keep rising to the top. Okay, the first thing it says, well, I need some clarity. Could you specify the context you are asking this question? Why do I need to give a context? Doesn't matter if it's a traffic stop or a court proceeding or a legislative action. What right of action are you referring to with self autonomy? Medical decision, freedom of movement, speech, bodily autonomy? It doesn't matter. It's still self autonomy. Self autonomy is self autonomy. It doesn't matter the context. See, that's the thing. There's no caveat to self autonomy. So, just thought we'd explain this to you. Hopefully, some of you will get it. The rest of you who don't get it, I don't know what to tell you because I just don't have time for you. I mean, literally, I don't have time for you. There's too many other things that are too important. Now, look, I got to go and do some cutting down of some weeds. I have a consult in 2 hours, so it's 6:46 in the morning. Let me let y'all go so I can go. Oh, and at the end of the video, I talked about, I have to leave and all that stuff. That was a pun. Gotta go.